Today we're pushing Lego to its limits to try and build a Lego blender that can actually blend fruit. Let's see if this works. To be able to turn all this fruit into a smoothie, our blender's gonna need 3 main parts. Starting with the blender motor, which we should then be able to attach to some sort of sharp Lego blade so it can spin around and blend the fruit. And finally, we'll finish it off by building a large clear cup to hold everything. I'm hungry, so let's do this thing. The first step is to build a motor strong enough to actually run this thing. The one thing to point out about these is on its own, it's not super strong, right? So it's not gonna do a lot of blending. But if we connect a bunch of these together, as you can see, we put them all on this battery box, and then somehow feed them into the same axle, we should be able to get a lot more power. So let's grab some gears and bricks and see if we can combine these together into a really strong Lego motor. Boom. Now as you can see, these gears aren't touching because what we wanna do is put a center gear right here in the middle. And that one is going to actually spin our blender. Let's see if this works. And will it hurt me if I grab it with my finger? Ouch. Ouch. Okay, so it works. Now one more thing we can add to this is we can actually, I think, go up a layer with another gear like this and build the same assembly on both sides of that one. Let's give this a shot. The idea is now to take the same axle we have, which we'll probably need to make longer, but put another gear on it in this direction, and then do the same thing like so. This is called improvement, you guys. Now we've just really re-certified that and held it all together. We don't want that to come apart. Now, I think this will fit on here. There we go. And see, this motor doesn't touch those gears, right? Yes, perfect. So I'm gonna do this sneaky little trick here with a couple pieces. We're gonna take 2 plates on both sides of this guy, like so. And then on top of that, we're gonna put a few of these guys. Just some bricks, and then we can slide axles through there and it'll actually hold it together. And 2 plates is actually the perfect distance between 2 Technic holes to make them line up, just like so. This should really keep it together. Okay, boom, we're in there. That looks pretty strong. The thing about this is we have to make sure we turn on the battery boxes at the same time, because otherwise this will break apart completely. So let's try just sliding an axle through here and go. I haven't connected the top gears. All right, let's try that. Whoa, that's pretty good, guys. And by that I mean it's actually pretty strong, because look, if I take a gear like this guy, this spins pretty fast, and it has a lot of torque, ow, it burned my finger. So don't do that. But as you can see, if we hook up one of these to each battery box, this should be a lot stronger. Not making that mistake again. Oh yeah. Oh no. Nope. We just gotta make sure that these motors, these bottom ones, are held in place, because I just pushed this one down and this gear here started slicing into the motor. You know, honestly, I'm kind of wondering though, how many more motors could we add to this assembly? Guys, you know what we could do is we could put each motor on the edge connected to this guy. And then both of those would spin on each other and give it double the power. That's not a bad idea. Or maybe it is. Let's try it out. See, if we just extend these Technic bricks, we can put this here. All we gotta do to add one more motor to each side of this is just put one of these 1x4 bricks. And then we can add that to each one of the sides of these and connect it in with some plates. It's genius. I think this will work, guys. That'll make it stronger on all the sides. And then we'll build a base around this so we can attach our blade and our blender cup and actually make this work. All right, this is kind of dangerous, but let's try it anyway. Ew. Just a quick note, the ones on the outside have to spin the opposite way as the ones on the inside, because as you can see, this one here is spinning in opposite direction from the outer one. We can switch them in the opposite direction and not use any switches. Great. Okay, let's give that a shot. 3, 2, 1. There's no way I'm stopping that with my hand. Oh yeah, guys. This is gonna blend some serious fruit. Now we just gotta connect these pieces together to be a little bit stronger, and then we can build up the base using bricks. So each one of these gears is effectively feeding into this central axle here, which is going to actually spin our blender blade. All right, and you can see, if we put this little guy right here, see we got this yellow guy spinning on here. Okay, I give up. It has torque, okay? It has torque and speed. Just because we geared down, which was doing 40 teeth to 8, it still has speed. Usually that would slow it down quite a bit. This is looking good. Now let's build a base for it. All right, there we go. Last thing you gotta do is just put something on the bottom so it doesn't fall out. Now that we got the motor built up, we just gotta build a cover to go over it. And for that, I'm gonna use green. And I'm just gonna build up a sort of green dome shape around this to give it the look of a blender base. Because it's such an odd shape here, I'm actually having to use some jumper plates that are 2x2 underneath some of the motor connections just to get it to snap in to our base plate here. So what I'm doing is putting this guy on here, and then this guy right here. And as you can see, that just lines up our hole with the motor hole. And once we get this base completely built up, we just have to build the blender bottle and the blade on the inside. Then we can test it out. All right, and now that we've got our base fully built up, it's time to build the blade that's gonna sit on top of this. We gotta make sure not only the blade is really sharp, but it's also strong enough to cut through our fruits and vegetables if we end up putting those in there. I have a couple ideas. So we got some choice wedge plates here, and my idea with these is just to take one of these things here and add a few of these really sharp wedge plates to it. That way, hopefully, it can cut the fruit really well. Now let's build another using this guy here. So these are the blades I came up with. This one's cool because it has these big wedge plates, and I think it'll hold together pretty well. Then we got this one. This one's just like a tiny one, just to see if that'll kind of help it along. I'm not really sure. We have this one with those black pieces, and my personal favorite, this guy, which I'm not sure if it'll actually fit. So we can test these guys out and see what works. But the last thing we need to build for this before we assemble it all together is the blender cup, which is gonna hold all of our liquid. I'm gonna use a bunch of clear pieces for this, and then on the outsides, I'm gonna use a few of these little cylindrical pieces to make it round. There's no way we're gonna be able to do this without it leaking. So we're just gonna embrace it and make sure that we have a thick enough shake because I wanna actually be able to drink most of this. The thing about Legos is they're really just not meant to do what we do with them here, but that's the whole reason you subscribe, because we really push Lego to its limits. I just wanna let you guys know the Brick Science Plus building course that's launching at the end of September is almost finished, and the waiting list link is down in the description. I'm giving a discount to everybody who joins the waiting list, so make sure you click the link down in the description. The course is gonna be really fun and go through the fundamentals of Lego and then a bunch of techniques to teach you how to become a master Lego inventor. It's hours and hours of Lego building fun, and I think you guys would really enjoy it. So, link down in the description, hop on that waiting list because it's coming out soon and you don't wanna miss the special offer. Love you guys. Let's get back to our project. Let's just give this a shot and see what happens. This is looking pretty strong. I'm just gonna finish these up and then we'll be ready to test it out. All right, blender goes on here, attaches right into the axle. Try putting one of our blender blades on. Watch this. There we go. Now that our blender is officially finished, it's time to test this thing out. So let's pick up some fruit and make a smoothie. All right, guys, well, this is it. We have our Lego smoothie maker. As you can see, I built it with a simple lid that you can take off, and it just pops right off this base here. Also, on the edges of the blender cup, I used packing tape, just one layer, all the way around to actually kind of just seal it up a little bit. That way the fruit doesn't leak everywhere. So this blender is a pass-fail. If it works, that's great. If it doesn't, we're gonna drink it anyway. So now there's really nothing left to procrastinate. It's time to actually blend some things. I'm gonna start with our best option for the blender blade, and I think that's this guy. So to attach that, I'm literally just going to put them straight on that axle. And put another one like that. Boom, there we go. All right, first berry in, here we go. Hey, that one worked. I mean, that's pretty soft, but first blackberry. It's turning the whole thing because I didn't attach it to the studs, and the blade came off. One of the bottom blades came off. I need eye protection, man. That's kind of the unfortunate thing about this blade is that none of them are really attached in, so any centrifugal force, these might just pop off, but that's okay, we got a bunch more. I'm gonna start with blackberries and some of the softer fruits, and then we'll add some of the less soft fruits. I also built a lid. Oh, look at that. I also built a lid because blenders are dangerous. Don't do this at home, by the way. Oh no. Wait, here's the problem. We can't use this blade. Unfortunately, all these guys are just breaking off. And as you can see, one of these, this guy right here, just came off completely. So that's okay, we're gonna switch it out to the next blade. Let's try this one. I don't think that one is gonna come off. So we'll see what happens. Here we go. The blades might not be super long. Yeah, the blades really aren't long enough for that. If we just take this guy and just add a few little sections to it to make it bigger, I think that'll actually work. That's working. Throw in some berries. It really is shredding these pretty well. Hey, there we go. Now we're getting enough fruit in there. I think we just need more fruit and then it'll all start kind of mutilating together. Hey, it's working, guys. You know, it's actually working really well. The blender hasn't stopped yet, so that's a good thing. Whoop, we lost a blueberry. Let's add some banana. I think if the blender stops and just doesn't blend, that's when we kind of gauge how well it's worked. But I'm just gonna put some banana in here. This isn't cheating. Fine, I'll put the other half in. Guys, it's actually working, like it's actually blending. Come check this out. I mean, that's working pretty good. That blade's pretty great, actually, wow. I think we need to make the blade even longer. If you look in there, it's actually working really well. It's just not able to get the outside, so all the berries are getting pushed over. Oh look, it's leaking out towards the bottom. That's fantastic. Check it out, we just throw a few of these on here and then cap it off with this. We just gotta make sure it fits. I'm kinda getting hungry, not gonna lie. Oh, it's going. There we go. It just moved all that fruit out of the way, actually. Strawberry? Dude, it's working. Check it out. All right, guys, at this point, I think we just keep adding fruit in until it stops, and then that'll be our smoothie. Here we go. Let's get our kiwi here. Don't forget that there's still that black piece in here when we drink this. We'll have to find that. Look at that! Dude, check it out! That is actually crazy, you guys. Oh, it's slowing down. No, you'll not give out on me. You've made it so far. We're going in with another banana, guys. It hasn't stopped yet. Oh no. Oh no, come on, keep going, you can do it. Yeah, it's still blending. Yeah! Just listen to that, guys. We didn't really try all the blender blades, but this one's worked really well. That's insane. I didn't do any of this myself. This is blended all these fruits up. All right, guys, moment of truth. Remember, there's still a Lego in here somewhere, so. That's a pretty great consistency, actually. Like, it worked really well. I hope there's only one Lego in here. Make sure you chew it. Guys, this thing didn't quit on us either. It's not super fine. All right, guys, it works. I'd say 8 out of 10. Huge thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you check out one of these 2 videos popping up on your screen, and I'll talk to you in the next Brick Science. See ya.